You might be making a silent mistake that's ruining your love life. And the worst part? Your partner will never tell you. The truth is that 70% of women have faked pleasure at least once. If this has happened to you, it might mean something needs to change now. But why do they fake it? Because most of the time, men think they're doing everything right, but they're not. And the problem isn't just physical. It's about how you connect with her before, during, and after the intimate moment. Now, answer this. Have you ever asked your partner what truly satisfies her? If your answer is, I don't know, or I think so, then pay close attention, because in the next minute, you're going to discover a truth that could transform your intimate life forever. The truth that can change everything. Female desire doesn't work like male desire. While men get aroused quickly, women need a set of invisible stimuli to feel true pleasure. And one of the biggest mistakes men make? Thinking that penetration is all that matters. But science has already proven that 75% of women need specific stimulation outside of the main act to reach peak pleasure. Now think about this. How often have you focused on these details? Have you ever noticed how a simple touch can change everything? If you want to be memorable in bed, you need to understand what truly triggers female pleasure. And in the next chapter, I'm going to reveal the secret that women never say out loud, but that changes everything. What women never say. There's something that almost no woman tells her partner, yet it makes all the difference in bed. Female pleasure doesn't start in bed. It starts long before the first touch. Small gestures, glances, the right words. All of this builds desire long before the intimate moment even begins. And the biggest problem? Most men completely ignore this. Have you ever wondered why some women seem more engaged than others? The answer is simple: emotional connection and anticipation. Creating this desire before the intimate moment can be the difference between a forgettable experience and an unforgettable one. Now, you might be wondering, how do I create this connection without seeming forced? That's the secret of the next chapter. The small details that change everything. Science has already proven it. Female desire is activated through the senses. Most men think attraction is purely physical, but the truth is that the right touch at the right moment can be more powerful than any repetitive motion. An unexpected kiss on the neck, a whisper with the right words, synchronized breathing. These small details activate the brain's pleasure triggers and make all the difference. And do you know what separates ordinary men from unforgettable ones? The ability to sense what truly excites their partner. But there's a common mistake that many men make, one that can completely kill the connection in bed. That mistake is what we'll explore in the next chapter. Why some men are unforgettable in bed. The men who leave a lasting impression in intimacy are not just those who perform well. They are the ones who understand the psychology of pleasure. Confidence and presence in the moment are more powerful than any technique. If you want to be remembered as an unforgettable man, you need to learn how to be fully present in every touch, every look, and every gesture. And here's the difference. Ordinary men focus only on the physical aspect, while unforgettable men focus on the entire experience. If you truly want to elevate your performance, you need to master a simple yet highly effective technique that very few men know about. In the next chapter, I'll teach you the secret that can transform your endurance and give you total control in bed. Absolute control, the simple technique. Few know about. Most men think lasting longer is just about having more stamina. But the truth is, control comes from breathing and connection with your own body. If you've ever felt frustrated about not lasting as long as you'd like, know that there is a proven method that can change this forever. The start-stop technique is one of the most effective methods to prolong pleasure. The secret is to recognize the moment just before the point of no return and stop stimulation for a few seconds. This reprograms your body and gives you total control over your endurance. But there is an even more powerful factor: deep, slow breathing. Men who control their breathing maintain their performance much better than those who breathe rapidly. Now that you know how to increase your endurance, let's talk about one of the most important factors in intimacy: the mental game that separates ordinary men from unforgettable ones. The scientific formula of female desire. Female desire doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It needs to be awakened, stimulated, and intensified over time. If you think that foreplay begins at the moment of physical touch, you're making a huge mistake. Desire starts hours before, with unexpected messages, subtle gestures, and a game of anticipation. Here's a secret that few men understand. Women need to feel desired before they start desiring. This means the game starts long before the bedroom. Small compliments, intense gazes, and casual touches can be more powerful than any technique used in the heat of the moment. Now, the problem is that many men destroy this cycle with a single fatal mistake. And that mistake is what we will explore in the next chapter. The mistake that makes many men fail in bed. Have you ever felt like everything was going well, but suddenly the connection faded away? This happens because many men rush the process and break the natural flow of desire. The most common mistake? Ignoring their partner's rhythm and speeding up the moment. Female desire doesn't work like a switch. It's more like a thermometer, slowly heating up until it reaches its peak. The key to avoiding this mistake is reading the signs and synchronizing your energy with hers. If you're patient and know how to build desire naturally, you'll notice that the intensity of the moment will be far greater. Now that you know how to avoid this mistake, it's time to learn the secret to lasting longer and gaining complete control over your performance in bed. How to overcome premature ejaculation. If you've ever struggled with controlling ejaculation, know that you're not alone. The truth is that most men have never learned how to train their body and mind to improve their endurance. But here's an interesting fact. Ejaculation control has nothing to do with willpower. It's directly connected to your nervous system and your ability to relax at the right moment. Men who master their performance understand that anxiety is the biggest enemy of endurance. The more tense you are, the faster your body will reach climax. And to solve this, there's an advanced yet simple technique that can completely transform your endurance in bed. That's the secret of the next chapter. Advanced technique to control your body and mind. Here's one of the biggest secrets to improving your endurance: controlling your breathing and the rhythm of pleasure. The start-stop technique is one of the most effective ways to increase duration. The principle is simple. When you feel close to climax, stop stimulation for a few seconds, take a deep breath, and resume at a slower pace. This allows your body to reprogram its control limit, gradually increasing your endurance. Another powerful technique is controlled muscle contraction. By strengthening the pelvic floor muscles with simple exercises, like the famous Kegel exercise, you'll gain much greater control over your sexual response. Now, imagine combining these techniques with a high-performance mindset. This is what separates ordinary men from unforgettable ones. And in the next chapter, you'll understand how the right mindset can completely transform your intimate life. The mental game that separates ordinary men from unforgettable ones. The difference between an ordinary man and an unforgettable man is not just about technique or how long he lasts. It's about how he builds desire and connection before, during, and after intimacy. And here's a secret few men understand. Female desire is intensified psychologically far more than physically. Men who know how to create sexual tension before the act can elevate the experience to an entirely new level. This means that your body language, your tone of voice, and even the way you look at your partner can be more arousing than any physical touch. If you truly want to be remembered as an unforgettable man, you need to master the mental game behind female pleasure. But now comes the big question. What will you do with all this knowledge? The final challenge. What will you do now? Now that you've discovered the secrets of female pleasure, emotional connection, and total control over your performance, there's only one question left. Will you stay the same, or will you apply these techniques to transform your intimate life? The real difference between ordinary men and unforgettable men is taking action. So here's a challenge. Try one of these techniques today and see the difference in your partner's response. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these strategies caught your attention the most? Comment below and tell me which one you're going to try first. If this content helped you, like, share, and subscribe to receive more tips that can change your life. See you in the next video.